Rachel Maddow had spent years building her reputation as one of the most passionate and sharp-tongued voices on television. Millions tuned in to watch her every night, her fire and conviction lighting up the screen as she dissected the day's political chaos. But on this particular evening, something unexpected happened. It is something that would ignite a clash so intense, it would ripple across the nation within hours. It began when Senator John Kennedy walked onto the live broadcast stage as a guest. The producers had invited him, never expecting the fireworks that would soon follow. Kennedy, known for his witty one-liners and no-nonsense demeanor, had a reputation for speaking truths with the kind of simplicity that cut deeper than long speeches. Rachel, on the other hand, thrived on passionate analysis, her voice rising and falling like waves crashing against the shore. Both had sharp minds, but their styles clashed like thunder and lightning. As the cameras rolled, that discussion started. Policy, economics, the usual talking points. Rachel pressed Kennedy with tough questions, her intensity piercing through the screen. Kennedy responded calmly at first, answering with his characteristic dry humor. But the tension mounted when Rachel challenged him on a recent statement he had made about government accountability. Her voice rose. "Senator, how can you possibly justify what you said? Do you realize the damage words like that cause? This isn't just politics, this is about people's lives." Her frustration echoed in the studio. She leaned forward, eyes blazing, her tone sharper with every word. Viewers across the country could feel her anger vibrating through their screens. The comment section on the live stream lit up, some praising Rachel's passion, others accusing her of being too aggressive. For a moment, Kennedy sat silently, his hands folded neatly on the desk. He didn't interrupt, he didn't shout back. Instead, he waited until Rachel had finished, the air in the studio thick with tension. And then, with the calm of a man who had weathered storms before, he leaned forward just slightly and delivered his clapback. "Rachel," he said, his voice steady and deliberate, "the loudest voice in the room isn't always the one telling the truth. Passion is powerful, but passion without perspective is just noise. You scream about problems, but I'm here to talk about solutions. And maybe, just maybe, that's the difference between making a point and making a difference." The words hit like a lightning bolt. The studio went silent. Rachel blinked, caught off guard, her mouth opening but no immediate reply forming. For a split second, even her most loyal fans felt the sting of Kennedy's response. The control room froze, unsure whether to cut to commercial or let the raw moment breathe. But the cameras stayed rolling, capturing every ounce of the tension. Within minutes of airing, clips of Kennedy's clapback flooded social media. Twitter exploded with trending hashtags. #Kennedy vs. Maddow shot to the top of the charts. Millions replayed the clip, dissecting every word, every expression, every pause. Some cheered Kennedy for his calm composure and sharp response. Others defended Rachel, saying her passion was what America needed. But either way, the exchange was everywhere. Behind the scenes, Rachel felt the weight of the moment. She paced her dressing room after the show, the echoes of Kennedy's words still ringing in her ears. She wasn't used to being caught off guard. Her interviews usually ended with her opponents stumbling. But tonight had been different. Tonight, she had been the one who stumbled. Kennedy, meanwhile, returned to his office and brushed it off with his usual humor. When asked about it by reporters the next day, he simply said, "I don't shout because I don't have to." The truth has its own volume. Yet the clash was more than just a viral clip-up. It sparked a nationwide conversation. People began asking, in politics, is it better to raise your voice or to raise the quality of your ideas? Is it enough to feel deeply about injustice, or must one also channel that passion into clear, practical steps forward? Rachel herself addressed the moment on her show later that week. With honesty and humility, she admitted, "I let my emotions take over. I wanted so badly for him to see my point that I lost sight of how to communicate it. And while I don't agree with Senator Kennedy on many issues, his words reminded me of something important, that clarity can be more powerful than volume." That admission resonated even more deeply than the clash itself. It showed viewers that even the fiercest voices could reflect, grow, and learn. The viral fight that had divided audiences ultimately became a lesson in balancing a passion paired with perspective, emotion guided by reason. And as the noise of the internet died down, one message remained: in a world full of shouting, the voice that carries the farthest is the one that speaks truth with both heart and clarity. The clash between Rachel Maddow and John Kennedy wasn't just another political argument on Twitter. It became a story about the power of words, the importance of listening, and the reminder that true strength lies not in how loud you scream, but in how deeply you make others think.